Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my first post-grad, or maybe like my second post-grad video, and it has to do with apartment hunting, which praise the Lord, because I've been praying for this moment for it to be my turn to be apartment hunting and moving out and doing all that. So this is a part of this series that I've started from post-grad. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's first start with my non-negotiables. So I really wanted, location was super important to me. I wanted to be very close to my job. I also thought having a safe neighborhood was super important, so I'm gonna put location/safety. Another thing that was super important to me is that it was affordable within the price range, and I ideally wanted something that was below my salary and where I could also have some type of amenity included within that. I also was looking for a place that would accept my credit card score. So that was super important to me because I became super behind on bills when I wasn't working full-time during student teaching. So having someone that could look at that and be like, okay, I'll accept her, that was a non-negotiable for both of our parts, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the very first place that I toured. Has been so good to me. I'm signing a contract today and I am touring apartments today, and I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I don't know, like I'm ready to be my big girl. I also got my hair done, y'all. I got feed-ins in the summertime. I know, right? And I'm trying to book with the girl again, but she's not responding back to me. So please list down below questions I should be asking apartment complexes. Please, 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 because I'll probably be touring more, but I'm really, really hoping this one works out.
And you'll have a balcony, and then you'll have a window. But if you don't have a balcony and you have just a Juliet railing, you won't have a window in your bedroom.
This apartment was one that I was super excited about because they had a teacher discount, they had an clubhouse atmosphere, they also had the whole key fob things, like it was super updated. So the pros of that place was they had updated appliances, they had central air. The location was nice. It was kind of in the middle. They had valet trash and they had a washer and a dryer. So this is something I didn't mention, but I really wanted somewhere that had a washer and a dryer, or where I could have access to a washer and a dryer. That was super important to me. The cons, the studio that I was looking at, no windows. The price point, it was about $1,300 something. This was not with valet trash and all of that included. So internet and all of those things were not included within that price range. They also did not have a studio available. So some of their studios were at least like $1,100-ish, so a little bit cheaper than $1,300, but they did not have a studio available. The studios that they did have had no windows, which was very unfortunate. The regular 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom was fine. I also was not able to actually tour a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom or a studio because they were occupied. So the only options that I had were the 2 bedroom rooms, which is what I'm kind of looking at, or we're kind of looking at right now. The studios were 566 square feet. And again, they had no windows, but they did have luxury appliances, which I really loved. There was a full sink, there was a pantry area, and she was just kind of telling me the difference of what they have in a studio and what they don't. So I just loved it. My camera was messing up during this clip that I was trying to show it, but I really thought the bathroom was nice. I loved the closet space. I also loved how you could go in between from the bathroom and the bedroom, how there was kind of like a door that you could close. And then laundry, they did have a washer and a dryer, like I said. So that was a very small appliance area. There wasn't really like a laundry room or anything, which was fine. All right, so now moving on to the second place that I toured. So this place, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't look the best on the outside, but it had really good location. There was windows, even though it was considered a studio. The price point was really good. It was less than $1,000 something, and it did not come with a washer and a dryer, but they had a washer and a dryer deal for renting out that also included with everything would have been less than $1,000 to pay for rent. The cons, I would say it was very moderate. It wasn't like the It was very much the white refrigerator, which is fine. I would honestly like a black one more than a white one, but it didn't have to be stainless still. I was very much humbled in the prices that I could afford, to be honest, so that was fine. They also did not have central air, and I would have been on the bottom floor, which I really, really wanted to be on the top floor if possible. Doors that you could actually open and close for bedrooms. There was only one door, and that was the bathroom door. So that was super unfortunate for me. But again, it really went with my price point. So I was super interested in this place. All right, so moving on to apartment number 3. This apartment, I loved it. I also have friends that have lived, or a friend that lived in this apartment complex, and she loved her experience. So I was super, super excited. Even though the price range wasn't the most affordable, I was genuinely willing to struggle to pay rent because I'm willing, because the place was so nice. So this was about $1,325, and 1 bedroom, 1 bath. They don't really have studios at this place. So the square footage was from 760 to 800 square feet, which I thought was such a great deal considering most of these places, the very first apartment was like 625 square feet. So, and the second place that I toured was about 500 something, maybe like 400 something square feet. So to find something that was like 760 to 800 square feet and it not be over $1,500, I was like, this is amazing. So one of the pros, they had updated appliances, the location was very good, they had valet trash, a washer and a dryer already in the unit. There was a gym. It was also very close walking distance to restaurants. There were so many restaurants around there. They also had their own trail. They also gave a teacher discount, which was so amazing to hear about. Some of the cons were reviews. They had a lot of reviews about it being so loud. And I'm not gonna lie, as I was walking and touring, I was hearing like dogs barking inside and like all this other stuff that was super loud to me. So I could only imagine how loud it would be within an apartment door that I was in. There were a lot of high fees at this place. And they were really expecting me to make a lot more than I made. And it was really one of those things where when I went to go talk to them, the lady was super nice, but she was very honest about this is what we would have to see you make. And also they were unwilling to work with my credit score. At the time of touring them, at least I'll say. They also did not have any higher floors available. They only had first ground floors, and I really wanted to be up high, especially if there's a noise complaint thing. I don't want to be on the bottom like suffering, you know. So those are some things about that place. It was so nice. I didn't get as much footage from this place because my camera storage was actually running out, but it's such a beautiful place. They were showing us the outside view of things, of what the place would look like, and it was just super nice. Okay, so I also really wanted to tour houses as well because I was interested in renting a house, especially considering nowadays the prices to rent these small apartments are almost the same or at least lower for renting a house. So I was like, I really want to consider renting a house. So here's the first house that I went to. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is a new day. I did go tour that place and I did apply. So I applied for my first ever apartment, house, whatever you want to call it, rental. I applied for my first ever just renting type of thing. This is one of those where you have to give your ID and then they let you get the keys. There's a code, you get a key, and then you have to put the key back in return for your driver's license and things like that, I believe. So I'm on the way now to go to that place. So I'm super, super excited. I hope my camera doesn't die so that way I can kind of show it around. At the same time, I really want to branch off on my own and just have my own space and just have that own form of independence that I feel like was totally stripped away from me when I did move back home with my parents. For financial reasons, of course. Anyways, so I'm on the way now. It's about 7 minutes and I'm not 100% sure what to expect. It's kind of like a smaller place. We're gonna see. So this house was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It was about 900 square feet, I believe. The pros was the fact that it was 900 square feet and also it was only $879 a month. A con to this was the locations. There were already pests, and I knew that because there were traps in places that I saw. I'm not sure if I got it on camera exactly, but they were like roach traps. And I said, oh no, this is not gonna work. They did not have a washer and dryer, nor did they have an actual driveway for me to park my car. So that was very unfortunate for me because I was just like, where am I gonna, if I lived here, where would I park? There wasn't a complete driveway. It was more just like grass. There was also like a spider on the door when I was trying to get the little lock thing out. And I was like, I'm scared. This place also had 2 air conditioning units, and I just wasn't really trying to go for somewhere that had, that didn't have central air. Also, there were trees completely covering it. So that was concerning for me because I was like, why are all these, and they were like leaning. The trees were leaning. They're not even up straight, they're leaning. So I'm just like, this could be concerning. But again, I did not like the location. I don't think it fit with the safety requirement that I needed, to be honest. So this place was also a house for renting. However, it was a duplex. This place was also spacious. I believe it was about 900 square feet as well. And I think the rent was like about $900 at the most a month. There were 2 bedrooms. There was also a very nice like living room space. There was pantry space. There also was a ceiling fan and stuff already in the unit. Cons were there was absolutely no washer or dryer or a driveway whatsoever. And this was a place that was super near a lot of traffic. So it's like people were literally just parking in the grass or like parallel parking on the sides of the road. But there was absolutely no type of parking whatsoever. There was a nice little porch area, like I said, but it was a duplex, but there was like a nice little porch area. The sound, so I was already hearing the neighbor when I was just touring it. Like hearing that person talk on the phone, hearing an animal, I was just like, oh no. This is too, why am I hearing every single thing? You know what I mean? Every single thing, that's a little bit too much. There were also, I found a dead spider, and I also saw traps already in the home. So I said, if there needs to be traps, what's going on? And so those were the cons for me for that. However, there was a lot of space. This place had central air, which was nice because I had just left touring a house that was complete air conditioning unit. And I'm not opposed to an air conditioning unit, but I just wasn't, that's not really what I was looking for. Also, I'm not gonna lie, there was a place that I was also gonna tour that was also a duplex. I was scared to go in because there was a beehive thing there. And I said, how am I supposed to get through the door? Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I didn't get as many clips, but this was so nice. The pros, it was updated. It gave a luxury feel. They had the key fob stuff. Internet was included within the rent, so that was amazing for me. They had valet trash. I love the sink. It was truly so spacious and nice. And beautiful lighting, countertops. This place only offered 2 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. There was also no elevator, which wasn't like a it wasn't something like I have to have, but I won't lie, most of the apartments that I did tour, except for one of them, did have an elevator, which is helpful if you're on like a high floor, and especially for the type of apartment this apartment was. The location was a disadvantage just because I was looking to not have to drive more than 20-ish minutes away from work, because where my parents live was about 40 minutes. So I was just hoping it could be a little bit shorter of a drive than that. Before utilities, except for internet, it was already gonna be about $1,400. And that was already not exactly what I was expecting for the rent to be honest. But it was so nice. I loved the bedroom. I loved, it was an updated apartment, so they had central air. All of those things were really, really great. And they also were willing to work with my credit score. They also gave teacher discounts. I think it was about like 10 or 15%, but it was still a teacher discount, which we love a good discount. All right, so that is all for my apartment hunting series. So I had toured about 6 apartments / a few homes, duplexes, shall I say. So in my next video, you guys will see the apartment that I actually went along with. This is very, very long awaited, so maybe you guys can tell from my videos from now like what apartment I actually chose. All right, make sure to check my episode 3 out to see my moving vlog and the apartment that I actually applied for and that I chose, and how being a first-time apartment owner was going for me at the very beginning. I'm so sorry, y'all, I'm fighting with the heat. But yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video. Please let me know if you are touring a place, what is your price range and what is some of your non-negotiables. I would love to know. Please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.